What kind of person am I? I'm a strong person. I'm a hard worker. And I'm not afraid of challenges. I'm one that finishes things to the end. And I've had to endure and go through some very difficult situations. And I'm learning new things, like ranching. Ranching has always been part of the family. His father and his grandfather ran cows. We began our own ranch in 2010. We actually purchased a couple of leases, smaller leases in 2008 and 2009, and then in 2010 we purchased the big lease with some cows, and we moved here. They came with water rights and the grass, the grazing rights.
$80 here to be $90, $80 here now $90, $80 to be $90, $80 here to be $90. Sold $80, $80. High 6.25, 75, 6.5 here and 75, 6.5 now 75 to go, 6.5 you're gonna be 75, 6.5 here and 75. You're out. You're gonna be 75 now for 6.75 now 700. New player. You're both out 7.5 75, 7.5 here 75. Now 800 to go. Now quarter. 800 here now quarter. Before 800 now quarter. 800 a little bit now quarter. You want back in, sir?
The negotiations with the BLM has been difficult. They're not recognizing me as the legitimate owner. They're not recognizing Arizona state law, which states it's community property. In the event of a death and no will, it's still community property. I do have attorneys that are now working more vigorously on it in hopes that I will be able to be back on by next winter. The BLM never owns any property. They don't own any leases. Those leases have gone back probably hundreds of years. It goes from one owner to the next, to the next, to the next, as it's purchased through individuals, not the government. Yes, we have filed the intent to sue with the federal government. We've also filed an intent to sue with the state of Oregon for the wrongful death of my husband. They have, their time, which they can either deny or approve that intent, and then we go from there with the official filing of the lawsuit. There's a 6-month waiting period. Our family is not interested in the money. The issue is my husband not having his due process afforded him. He had his hands in the air and he was murdered. And if it was your husband, if it was your son, if it was your daughter, would you want them to have their rights intact? Would you like to have them murdered, mowed down in cold blood? No, I think not. And I think that you would be seeking justice too.
Did the federal authorities who were in charge of the arrest, did they tell the state authorities that they had an indictment or a warrant for their arrest? They didn't. So they had misled the state authorities in executing what they themselves characterized as a high-risk felony stop. The gun they said he was going for, it wasn't found for 8 hours. That means how many people tended to his body without finding that gun? The federal authorities at the stop were caught on camera picking up the casings before the forensic team arrived. And you can talk to any law enforcement official that will say that is a no-no.
I honestly have not given much thought about what I'm gonna do other than get through the wrongful death, get through learning to run my ranch. But my dreams, I don't really have any right at this moment. They were with Lavoie. So I have to find joy in my family and my grandchildren and move forward from there. But I really can't answer that question other than that way.
To learn more of the story, go online now and don't miss American Standoff, now playing.